Welcome to another episode of Boards and Brews. In this episode, we'll be talking about Exploding Kittens, the #1 most funded Kickstarter game in history. The pairing today is a beer. It's an oatmeal stout that Zach will talk about now.
Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout has a reputation for all the right reasons, from its aromas to its flavors, and personally to me this is probably one of the best stouts that I've ever had, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who is into dark beer or even anybody who's looking to get into it.
So today's game is Exploding Kittens. It is a card game. This is the Not Safe for Work edition. It is adults only, but to keep things PG, we won't show you most of the images on the cards or the language. We'll show you some cards, what they do, how it plays out, and we'll talk about how it works for you and your group. I'll now show you the components of the box. It is a card game, so the only thing that comes in it is the instruction manual and the cards itself. Now the object of Exploding Kittens is to avoid drawing the Exploding Kitten card. Now if that does happen, there is a card that fights that. It is the Diffuse card. Now the game is very easy to teach. It's very easy to learn. Games take about 15 minutes to play, so it's a great filler game. You can start your game night with this, or you can end your game night. You can play it between games while you're setting one up and breaking down the other. Besides the Diffuse card and the Exploding Kitten, there's a couple other cards that you can play. These are called cards with no instructions. There's a couple ways that you can play these. If you play 2 of a kind, you can ask a player for a random card. If you play 3 of a kind, you can ask a player for a certain type of card. In this case, you can say their Diffuse, their Nope card, or any one of these item cards. Or you, with 1 of each, there's 5 altogether, you can pull a card from the discard pile. The next card you can play is an attack card. Basically what it does is it ends your turn and it forces the next player to draw 2 cards. And that's how you end your turn in this game. If you play as many cards as you like, you draw a card and that ends your turn. The attack card stops you from having to draw a card and forces the next player to draw 2. So the next card you can play is the Nope card. This card basically stops any action from happening. This can be played whenever for whatever. So you don't essentially have to play it if it's done towards you. If you want to help someone else out, you can definitely do that with the Nope card. Another card you can play is See the Future. What this card lets you do is it lets you look at the top 3 cards of the deck, see if you got impending doom coming your way. A good pairing with this card is the Shuffle card. The Shuffle card lets you shuffle the draw pile. So if you see that the next card that needs to be drawn is an Exploding Kitten, you can avoid that with a Shuffle card. Next card you can play is the Skip card. Essentially what this card does is it just ends your turn, so you don't have to draw a card. It forces the next player to take their turn. So the last card you can play is the Favor card. What this does is it forces a player to give you a card of their choice. So those are all the cards in the deck. Now this game is great for all ages except for this version. Once again, this is the Not Safe for Work edition, so this is for adults only. And it's great for all groups really. I mean, with the fact that you can just pick it up, teach it and learn and play all in like 15-20 minutes, it's great to take anytime, anywhere. Definitely pick it up if you can. It'd be a great addition to your game collection. So that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching another episode of Boards and Brews. Please subscribe and we'll see you next week.